On December 1st, Gale-Force winds swept across Europe, unleashing a force of nature that few had anticipated. The skies darkened as storm clouds gathered, and the relentless wind battered the coastline with a fury that seemed almost unstoppable. In a matter of hours, tranquil holiday spots were transformed into danger zones, as once inviting beaches and resorts became deserted and battered by the storm's wrath. The air itself became a weapon, tearing at coastlines, uprooting trees, and churning the seas into chaos. Waves smashed into rocks with thunderous force, while storm surges flooded promenades and low-lying areas. For residents and travellers alike, the familiar landscape changed in an instant, demanding respect, quick adaptation, and a sense of urgency as people scrambled for safety. The storm began as a mere whisper on weather charts, a distant threat, but soon struck with a vengeance, rattling windows, bending trees, and sending debris flying through the air. In coastal towns, the howling wind was deafening, drowning out all other sounds, a constant reminder of nature's raw, unpredictable power and the vulnerability of human settlements. Walking outside became a struggle for survival, as debris turned open spaces into hazardous obstacle courses, forcing people to dodge flying branches and shattered objects. The winds served as a stark warning. Even the most beautiful and peaceful places can turn hostile without warning, reminding us of the ever-present power of nature. As the gales tore across the land, they left behind a trail of disruption, damage, and tragedy. A powerful lesson in humility, preparedness, and the need to respect the forces that shape our world. The storm unleashed its fury on Spain's Catalonia region and the Balearic Islands, bringing relentless winds and dark, ominous skies. These areas, usually bustling with life and sunshine, were suddenly transformed by the power of nature. At the same time, Greece's Aegean Islands, famous for their crystal-clear waters and vibrant tourist scenes, were also caught in the storm's path, their beauty overshadowed by threatening clouds and turbulent seas. Spain's National Weather Agency quickly issued emergency alerts, warning of winds reaching up to 80 kilometers per hour. These powerful gusts posed a serious risk to both lives and property, especially in vulnerable coastal communities. In Greece, the same weather system brought hazardous gusts to the Cyclades and Crete, turning what is usually a paradise for visitors into a scene of chaos and danger. Beaches emptied as locals and tourists sought shelter from the storm. The relentless winds didn't just batter the coastlines, they also fanned the flames of wildfires, transforming small, manageable blazes into raging infernos that threatened entire villages and forced evacuations. Popular destinations like Mallorca, Menorca, and Milos were placed on high alert. Authorities closed beaches and tourist attractions, halting the very activities that usually draw thousands of visitors each day, and leaving once crowded spots eerily empty. In Spain, massive waves crashed against seawalls, threatening to breach coastal defences and flood seaside towns, while emergency crews raced to reinforce barriers and protect residents. Meanwhile, in Greece, winds neared 90 kilometers per hour, spreading wildfires even further and making it dangerous for anyone near the water's edge. Emergency responders worked tirelessly to contain the chaos. For both Spain and Greece, the storm became a true test of emergency preparedness, resilience, and community spirit. The aftermath left behind damaged infrastructure and a sobering reminder of nature's unpredictable power. The message was unmistakable. Nature's fury can strike even the most idyllic and peaceful places, reminding us all to respect and prepare for the forces beyond our control. On Milos, Greece, tragedy struck at Sarakiniko Beach. A Vietnamese couple, visiting on a cruise, was swept into the violent sea by a sudden gust while taking photos. The man leapt in to save his partner, but both were quickly overwhelmed by the churning waves and drowned. The incident shocked the local community and underscored the hidden dangers of the coast. Greek authorities recovered their bodies, and the Vietnamese embassy issued urgent safety warnings to travellers. This heartbreaking event is a stark reminder: always heed weather alerts and keep a safe distance from the water during storms. When nature roars, the safest choice is to retreat and respect its power. On the Greek island of Crete, Gale-Force winds transformed a wildfire near Ierapetra into a fast-moving inferno, spreading flames with terrifying speed across the dry landscape. What began as a small blaze quickly grew out of control, fueled by relentless gusts that made firefighting nearly impossible. 5,000 people, both locals and tourists, were urgently evacuated as the flames advanced, threatening homes, hotels, and entire communities. Emergency vehicles raced through smoke-filled streets, helping families escape the encroaching danger. The sky turned dark with thick smoke, forcing some residents and visitors to flee toward the coastline. With roads blocked by fire, many had no choice but to wait on the shore, where rescue boats arrived to carry them to safety. In the aftermath, the fire left a trail of devastation, destroying homes, businesses, and the livelihoods of countless families. The once vibrant landscape was reduced to ash and ruin. This crisis revealed how the deadly combination of wind and fire can quickly overwhelm even the most prepared emergency services, turning a Mediterranean paradise into a disaster zone in just hours. Similar wildfires raged across Greece and Turkey, underscoring a new reality for the Mediterranean region, where extreme weather events and destructive fires are becoming alarmingly common. Prolonged heat waves, severe drought, and powerful winds now create the perfect storm for wildfires, making these disasters more frequent and harder to control. Crete's ordeal stands as a fiery warning, a stark reminder of the escalating challenges posed by climate change, and the urgent need for action to protect vulnerable communities and landscapes. In dangerous weather, information is your best defense. Europe uses a color-coded alert system. Yellow means be aware, amber means be prepared, and red means take action. A yellow alert signals potential hazards. Check forecasts and reconsider plans. Amber means higher risk secure property, avoid vulnerable areas, and be ready to change your plans. Red is rare and serious. Immediate action is needed to protect life and property. During recent storms, red alerts kept people indoors and halted activities. Understanding these alerts can mean the difference between safety and disaster. Always take them seriously. They're based on real scientific risk. The Gale-Force winds brought travel and daily life to a standstill. In Spain, flights and ferries were delayed or cancelled, stranding tourists and disrupting plans. In Greece, vital ferry routes were suspended, leaving travellers stuck on islands. Beaches closed, marine activities were banned, and local businesses suffered. Residents and tourists were urged to secure loose items to prevent them from becoming dangerous projectiles. The constant wind kept people indoors, turning lively towns into quiet shelters. Power outages and heatwave restrictions added to the strain on infrastructure. The gales were a stark reminder of how vulnerable our routines are to nature's whims. Knowledge is your best survival tool in extreme weather. Always check official weather updates from agencies like AMET in Spain or the Hellenic National Meteorological Service in Greece. Take warnings seriously. Never underestimate the danger. Stay away from the water during wind or wave advisories. Even shallow areas can be deadly. Secure all loose items in your accommodation to prevent accidents. Know evacuation routes and keep a go bag with essentials ready. Memorize local emergency numbers and keep your phone charged. If authorities order an evacuation, comply immediately. Safety always comes first. These storms and wildfires are part of a larger crisis, our changing climate. Southern Europe's heatwave, with temperatures above 40 degrees Celsius, set the stage for disaster. Scientists have long warned that climate change would bring more extreme, unpredictable weather. Hotter, longer summers dry out landscapes, fueling wildfires, while shifting pressure systems create stronger winds. The consequences go beyond safety. Agriculture, tourism, and entire economies are at risk. The devastation in Spain and Greece is a wake-up call. We must address the root causes, not just the symptoms. Improving warning systems and emergency responses is vital, but so is tackling climate change itself. The planet is sending a message. Will we listen before it's too late? In the face of disaster, heroes emerge. Firefighters, police, and coast guards in Greece and Spain risked their lives to protect others. In Crete, hundreds battled flames in punishing conditions, aided by air support. Mass evacuations and dramatic rescues showcase the dedication of emergency services. Their resources are stretched as extreme weather becomes more frequent and intense. We rely on their courage, but we must also do our part. Heed warnings and follow instructions. Safety advice isn't just for you, it allows responders to focus on the crisis, not preventable rescues. In times of chaos, listening to those on the front lines saves lives.